Everybody, welcome to Turnbuckle Tommy's Picks in Six. I hope everyone's enjoying their beautiful Monday morning. Hope we had a decent Sunday. We did all right. We went 2-2 in the NFL, so took a little small loss. Some crazy stuff happening in those games. That that Dallas Green Bay game, wow, what a game! Had some bets in that. We actually did really good on that game. Didn't go official with them though. Anyway, we're here to talk about Monday night. We got two games on the board. So we got a couple bets, couple looks we like. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this Monday night game. First game up on the board.
Hut, hut, hike!
New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. This line open, Dolphins minus 2.5. We got 55% of the tickets, and it looks like 75% of the money is on the Dolphins. The line has moved in favor of them. It's still at 2.5, but now it is minus 120. So 10 cents of movement from opening. This is a spot I like the Dolphins in, man. You got two teams 0-3. Jets are 4-14 in their last 18 games against Miami. And if you look at the games specifically played in Miami, they are 0-9. So they haven't beaten the Dolphins at home in a while. Tua, if you look at his games this year on the road, he's done horrible. At home, 315 yards passing. I mean, he definitely is more comfortable at home. This Dolphins team plays better at home. And then you look at the Jets. I know a lot of people are going to be on the Jets in this situation. You got Justin Fields coming back. Now, one player prop I do like, we did play Justin Fields anytime touchdown. We got that at plus 260. And I got that first thing this morning. Now it's already down to plus 210. So huge movement on that. We got good CLB. That's a look that I like. But I think a lot of people are going to see Justin Fields back in this game. They look at how bad the Dolphins have been. And they're going to focus more. Everyone is only focused on that first game against the Steelers where Justin Fields played, and he looked great. He looked like he had one of the best games of his career, to be honest with you. That was against a Steelers team who hasn't played together before, that as far as the defense. That defense is pretty much all new in Pittsburgh. And even the offense. You got all new pieces on offense as well. You had a new coach at the Jets. So, Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, they don't know what to expect. Brand new coach, new quarterback there. So, first game of the season, I can't really take nothing from that, man. If you look at their the next two games that they had, week 2 and 3, dude, this is a bad team. I mean, this is a team. So let's look at their week 2 game against Buffalo. Now, Buffalo's offense is legit. Everyone knows that. We all know that. Yeah, whatever. Buffalo's defense is suspect. Suspect as hell. Has been. It was last season. It's going to be the same this season. That defense can't stop anything. They have been giving up points. The Jets managed to get 10 points against them. 10. They scored 10. And they went into the fourth quarter with 3. They were able to get a touchdown in the fourth quarter. So this is a Jets team. Keep in mind, again, like I said, this Buffalo defense is not good. Jets could not do anything against them. And then you look at their game last week. Now, granted, you had Tyrod Taylor for most of the game against Buffalo, and then you had Tyrod Taylor last week against the Buccaneers. But even in that Buccaneers game, you got a 29-27 win for the Bucs. And when you look at it from that view, it looks like the Jets were in that game and they hung in there. And that couldn't be further from the truth. The Jets went into that fourth quarter with 6 points. 6 points. They were down, I believe, 21-6, something like that. Went into that fourth quarter with 6 points, and somehow that Buffalo duty Buccaneers defense managed to give up 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. So, that's 2 weeks in a row where this Jets team, they go into the fourth quarter with 3 points, go into the fourth quarter with 6 points, and they're able to pull off some box checks in that fourth to build their score up. But this is a Jets team that just isn't looking good. I don't put a lot of faith in them. I think Dolphins play better at home. So yeah, this is a spot, man. I'm looking to take the Dolphins. I do like the Justin Fields anytime touchdown. We did play that. I'm also looking at some quarterback props. Right now, you got Justin Fields passing prop at 188. It opened at 187, moved up a yard. And then Tua's prop dropped from 243.5 to 242.5. Uh, I kind of want to go reverse of what the line's doing, to be honest with you. This is a spot, again, Tua's only had one home game. He threw for 315. He just feels more comfortable at home. So I think this is a spot. And this Jets defense, they haven't been outstanding. Gave up 29 to the Buccaneers, 30 to the Bills, 34 to the Steelers. So, I mean, this Jets defense has given up 29 plus points in all three games they played. I know the Dolphins haven't looked spectacular, but they are, I mean, look, they're at home. And again, we trust them at home. So give me the Dolphins. We got Justin Fields anytime touchdown. And we might look at some other quarterback props, but that's what we got for this game. Next game up for Monday Night Football.
Hut, hut, hike!
Cincinnati Bengals going to Mile High, Colorado to play the Denver Broncos. Broncos 7.5-point favorites. This is a spot that I will be on the Bengals. I'm going to be on Cincinnati, and I'll tell you why. Well, for starters, everybody and their brother is going to be on the Broncos. Right now, you got 76% of the tickets, 91% of the money on Denver. Now, Denver has had over 70% of the tickets and over 90% of the money since this line's open. For the last few days, they've had over 75% of the tickets and over 90% of the money on them, yet this line has not moved. It has stayed at 7.5. I'll give you a little tidbit of information. Yesterday, there were two games that specifically stood out, and I took these two picks based purely off market telling me to, and that was the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys with the points. Baltimore Ravens had over 80% of the tickets, over 90% of the money, yet the line did not move. And the Green Bay Packers had over 80% of the tickets, over 90% of the money, yet the line did not move. When you see that, when you see the books blatantly just not respecting the money, they're not worried about it, man. They are not. There is no broke book. This is what they do. Their models are so spot on, especially when it comes to these NFL games. These lines are so sharp, and again, those lines did not move. So I had to take the Chiefs and the Cowboys purely off the market telling me to, and both of those ended up covering. One of them won outright, the Chiefs. So this is another spot, man. I'm going to be on the Bengals. Again, Broncos over 75% of the tickets, over 90% of the money has been on them for a few days now, and yet that line still has not moved. I'm going to be on the Bengals now. Another reason I'm taking the Bengals, it's not just the market. Jake Browning, I know he looked horrible last week. He didn't look good the week before that. He looked okay, but not good. You take out the 3 interceptions, yeah, he looked okay, but regardless, if you look, the Broncos play man coverage. I believe last year they played man coverage at the highest rate in the NFL. I believe they played man coverage at the highest rate in the NFL, and I believe it's the same this year. They play man coverage at the highest rate. Look at Jake Browning's numbers against man. This dude is a surgeon against man coverage. He rips it apart. Now, granted, the Broncos do blitz a lot, but he just saw that last week. You saw that Brian Flores Vikings defense, and they blitz like crazy. I think he'll just be a little better prepared for it now that he, 2 weeks in a row, kind of seeing that heavy blitz defense. I think he's going to handle it a little bit better, but more importantly, even with that blitz, he's going to have that man coverage. And look, man, you got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. You got two guys who can absolutely dissect man coverage. Jamar Chase, one of the fastest dudes, one of the fastest receivers in the league. It's hard to guard Jamar Chase one-on-one. And I think that these guys will be able to get open. I think Cincinnati will be able to keep this game a lot closer than people think. So yeah, give me the Bengals plus the 7.5. There's also a couple touchdown props I like. I like Cortland Sutton and I like Jamar Chase purely because of price. Cortland Sutton's plus 130, Jamar Chase is plus 175. Jamar Chase is Jake Browning's safety blanket. he likes throwing to Jamar Chase, especially when he has to release the ball quick, especially when he feels pressure. If you look, you'll see T. Higgins doesn't have huge games when Browning is under center. Jamar Chase does. He didn't, obviously, in these last two, but last season, you go back and look, and that seems to be Browning's go-to guy. So at plus 175, I like to take a stab. I think if Bengals, I think they're able to put points on this board. I do think Browning is able to move that ball through the air, and I think Jamar Chase is going to be on the receiving end of a lot of those passes. So I like those two purely off the price. But yeah, give me the Bengals, man, plus 7.5. I hope everyone enjoys their Monday night of football. If you can, please take a minute, hit that like and subscribe. Fade the bets, tail the bets, whatever you want to do. We just love talking sports. We love helping people make money. And man, come on, guys. Let's kill it this NFL season. I'm trying to get paid. I know you are too. Let's do what we do. Let's smoke them.